Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jamila Daura. Thank you for clicking to watch this video. If you are new, welcome, and if you're a returning subscriber, hi. So today's video I'm going to be talking about the treatment towards content creators, or I don't even know how to put it right, because it was requested by Mariam of MSU's channel. Please subscribe to her channel. She asked me to do a video on how the government or the security, how will I put it now, how the security agencies, the judiciary, and the government treat TikTok content creators. Yes. Now, this happened a while ago. This request came in a while ago, but I'm just getting to filming it and putting it up for you guys because it's something that I really want to talk about, and so that everybody will understand the implication of the things that they do. And the government should understand that okay, there are more serious issues than going after people that are just looking for a way to earn a living for themselves. So we have been seeing on social media a lot of times lately that the government are going after content creators, most especially the TikTokers, the skit makers, and this is very, very rampant in the northern part of Nigeria. So you would find that okay, maybe a skit maker would make something about maybe a sitting governor or just someone powerful in the government, and the next thing we hear is that someone is picking them up. Or maybe if skit maker or content creator again will be dancing on social media, and maybe dancing in illicit ways, in ways that is let me just say morally wrong. But I mean, there is freedom to a lot of things, and that I consider the government chasing after people like this as misplaced priority. Look, sincerely, charity begins at home. It is not the government's responsibility to start training people's children, right? So if people are feeling like, oh, all these people that dance on TikTok or dance on social media, they are like influencing people's children badly, it is up to the parents. For you, it is up as a parent, it is up to you to protect your child firsthand. Like, don't even start thinking that, oh, the world is going to be the one to help you raise your children. It is the values you put in your children that will also reflect on the things that becomes admirable to them outside. So for instance, as a parent myself, I would be like, oh, when I hear my daughter singing to some YouTube kids songs, because in school they listen to music and they attend music classes, so they know these songs, and when I hear her singing it, I just tell her that okay, enough. Okay, I just tell her enough. So I don't make it enticing for her. I don't just stand up and start dancing with my children in the house. Yes, these are things that you can do happily, like move around with your children and everything, but I don't want to start early on, like start exposing them to certain things that becomes admirable to them, most especially when I know that there is a moral compass to this Islamic compass to these kind of things. So even if I have been very exposed to it and singing, dancing and all those things, I want to limit how these things get passed on to my children. I don't want it to be an enticement for them. I don't want them to grow up feeling like they need to memorize every song. I mean, at my daughter's age, back then I have already memorized songs that I shouldn't be memorizing. This was exposure to maybe driver driving us to school, and their music is playing in the car, and the consistent listening and hearing all this music, you will memorize them. The child's brain is very, very fast at grasping things, and all these things that some of us, our generation, were exposed to, that did not really cause any damage to us, in the sense that okay, we still have that control. We are not out there doing things that we should not be doing. Nothing was sensationalized during our own time. Like, there was no social media, there was just no social media, so the influence was really, really very minimal and controllable. In this time and age that we are in, I understand that it is the government is concerned. I understand that there is a moral compass and sanity that the government wants to bring to its community or its state, but really this is like misplaced priority. As far as I'm concerned, it is misplaced priority that the government will have time, use state resources, use stakeholders resources, taxes and everything to start chasing start chasing down people that are skit makers. If you are going to be arresting somebody, do not arrest someone and start taking them to state police and start, using state might, to prosecute them, to charge them to court. And because you're not the one paying for it, pay for it out of your pocket. But they are not out there being a threat, like saying that, oh, they are going to blow up a state, or saying that they are going to go kidnap. They are not out there posing any real threat to the progress and development of the state. That is sincerely how I think. So how I see it. So I just don't understand why the government is using state resources to chase after people that are content creators, that are doing things for in the passing and for the fun of it. So Mariam wanted me to talk about how I feel about it, and this is essentially how I feel. Now, that is my thought on the government side, right? Now to the individual. I know the dancing, the singing, the re-ra-wa, re-re, and everything that is going on social media. It is, I think we need to start really sincerely looking inwards and trying to be honest with ourselves. The world has never been as fast paced as it is today, and the older we get and the longer we live, the more fast paced it is going to be. You're here today, you're not here tomorrow. You're here this second, you're not here the next second. That is, for me, the biggest and the scariest thing for me, and that kind of informs how I live my life. I am not here to say that, oh, I am on this moral high horse to talk to you people. I am flawed. We are all flawed. We were not created with the intentions of being perfect beings, but it is very, very important that we are intentional about the things that we do. I don't know how it just got degenerated that we are in a society where there is really no shamelessness is on the high. That is how I see it. Shamelessness is on the high. I'm someone that loves fun. I'm someone that I love to dance. I know songs. Do I really sing it? Sometimes when I do it, astaghfirullah, I go back and I seek for forgiveness. But these are worldly temptations, and there is this deep desperation and desire that everybody wants to make it. In a video that is going to come maybe prior or subsequent to this one, is where I talked about that good things no longer sell. So you and I that are normal content creators like this, we will put our videos up and it never gets noticed. But bad things sell. Unfortunately, bad things are the things that are selling, that people love to see. So I still don't understand how it is anybody's fault that people are exposed to things like this. Like, if you put it out, if you do not have the desire to look at these things, trust me, you wouldn't. If you know that this is bad, right? The dancing, the skit making, all those things, the skit making from the south, like, which is even on the extreme side of things. Now the skit making from the northern side of things is just kids going after public office holders, going after just certain individuals in the society to mimic them, some imams, some scholars, some, just notable people. And that is fun, but unfortunately the government does not like it. Then when you now come to the dancing part of it, and you see it's just women, young girls, any new song that comes out, if it's Hamis Breaker song, Ali Jita song, whoever that just releases a new song, you see women carry up their camera and they start singing and, whether like that, moving their body, dancing. Yes, some dancings I have seen extreme cases of dancing, very sultry, very not northern like, very not Ariwa, and very not Muslima friendly. And I just shake my head, and sincerely, I filter the things that I consume on social media. So what I'm trying to say is that as these people are doing their things, it is obvious what sells. It is easy for them to make money out of the views, and the more you guys watch things that are not good or that they put up that is not good, the more money they make. So you guys are actually the one feeding, propelling, moving them up, and because you're constantly consuming it. So the moment you stop consuming it, you're not encouraging it, and it will make them to think twice that, oh, am I really, this thing, why is it not doing this? And they start thinking about it. Like every now and then, I think about my content creation. I think about what it is giving me, and I'm like, why is this not giving me as much as it is giving this other person, right? And that is because, okay, some people have been in the content creation game way longer than I am, so breakthrough happens, right? So, and on some people is that, okay, when you look at our counterpart, I won't be that woman that is going to come and raise her armpit on social media. Even though I do skincare content and makeup content, I won't go and start opening up my body just because I want views and put it on thumbnail. It is a two-way street, the one that is consuming it and the one that is feeding into people's interest. So if you feel like, oh, all these people, you don't like what they are doing, blah, 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 stop watching them. Sincerely stop watching them. And the moment you stop watching them, they will have a rethink of, okay, since this is not paying anymore, let me look for something better to do. That is just it. Then thirdly and finally is just that, okay, I think I started with talking of how I'm scared of what my end is going to look like. And I think that is one thing I'm going to put at the back of my mind. So if you are someone, or someone that does all this kind of, most especially the women, coming from the women perspective, there is nothing, you can start saying things now and they say that, oh, women are limited in Islam, women are limited in the North, they do not have the freedom and the right. I am here doing what I am doing and nobody is stopping me. So, but if the moment I start doing what they are doing, start dancing, start shaking my body, start exposing my body, start doing what I should not do, people will start talking. So the people that love me and care for me will start talking. I will start talking to myself. I might have lost a knot or two for me to actually bring myself out there on social media like that. So I am comfortable at my pace. I am not in a hurry to want to blow up. It's not as if somebody does not know what to do to get there. So I'm just going to say that if you're a content creator, bring decency back into what you do. If you're the one that dances, most especially the married women, if you're dancing, just really you want to feel youthful, there are many ways to feel youthful. There are many ways to be in tune with yourself, in tune with your body. There are just many ways to be in the moment without having to lose self-respect, dignity, moral value, and all those things. So this is how I feel about it. The government has no business chasing after these people, sincerely. It does not make education better. If you want to eliminate them, you're not giving us good education, you're not giving us good life. There is hardly any good infrastructure and, social well-being. So it still has nothing to do with the government. It is just misplaced priority and holier than thou behavior. They have their kids doing worse. We have seen them, some governors, some of their kids, we have seen it. So unfortunately, in every society, there's always going to be the advantage and the disadvantaged group, and women, children, old, weak are always going to be on the disadvantaged group. The rich, the poor, the rich, the wealthy, the male figures are always going to be on the vantage group. And so that is why we will never find balance like this, that even when the kids of the rich and the wealthy people are doing the same thing that the poor man's daughter is doing or child is doing to survive, nobody goes after the rich, they'll come after the poor. That is the realistic way our society is built. So unfortunately, it is your responsibility to actually protect yourself, because you can't even also count on the system to protect you. And ways to do that is to just take caution in the kind of things that you do, the kind of content that you create, just to avoid the system. So that is it for this video. I hope I have made a little bit of sense in my opinion. I would like to hear what your opinions are as well in the comment section. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel, give this video a thumbs up, and see you in my next video. Bye and stay blessed.
2 a.m. got me feeling myself all alone, but I'm loving myself.